Right, you're looking at buying a Majesta, you're looking at buying a UZS186, or you're looking at buying something from Japan. What should you look for when you're buying this car? How can I save you some money? And how can you not waste your money thinking you're getting a better deal than you are, or get you a better deal than you're gonna get? Let's have a bit of a drive and talk about it. All right, so I want to touch on a few things that you might want to think about before you buy a Crown Majesta or pretty much anything that's being imported from Japan. Just some kind of FYIs, right? The thing that brought this to my mind is the fact that I'm selling mine right now. I've decided to go something a little bit less exciting as a daily because this is kind of scratching that itch of fun car that I drive every day, and it's meaning that I kind of don't drive my fun cars. So I don't drive the Supra, obviously the E46 isn't running, but the same thing will happen for that. So I kind of want to get something a bit, sounds dumb, but a bit more boring, essentially. But anyway, a few things that have kind of come up to my attention from people that have been asking about the car. So now I've got this up for 22,500, and other people are like, oh, I got one cheaper. And I was like, I've been like, okay, cool. Why is it cheaper? Right now, what you need to think and understand is when cars are coming in from Japan, they're going to come in around that 100,000 K mark or 150,000 K mark generally. Because as far as I know, once you hit 100,000 Ks, I think to register for a bit longer is really expensive. So if they do go that extra bit, they'll do it like once, get to like that 150,000 Ks, and then they go, all right, I'm not doing that again. And then they come to Australia. But a lot of the time they're around that 100,000 K mark. And what comes at 100,000 Ks? The 100,000 kilometer service, which is close to $2,000. Timing belt, water pump, seals, all that kind of stuff, right? So you've got to think, okay, if I'm getting one for, okay, I'm asking 22 and a half, and you go, oh, this one's 20, I'm gonna go and get that, cool, but, oh, it's got less Ks. Okay, sweet, that's great, but is it gonna cost you another $2,000 in maintenance the second you get it? Make sure they've done that. If they haven't done that, it's gonna put you out another $2,000. Mine was exactly like that. I had to put $2,000 into it as soon as I got it for that 100,000 K service. Now, the other things that I wanna touch on are, and I've spoken about this before, but body kits, guys. If the car's got a full body kit, it's gonna be expensive if you don't have one, right? If you get a Crown and you just want a stock body, sick, you're gonna save heaps of money. But if you want a Majesta and you want it to have a full body kit, and I don't mean a lip kit, I mean a full body kit, bumpers, front bumper, rear bumper, side skirts, all that kind of fun stuff, very expensive. For example, the Blow Designs body kit shipped, I think, is close to $8,000 because shipping's like $5,000. It's stupid. Jesse Streeter can help you out. I always plug him because he's helped me out in the past. But he can help you with shipping costs, but it's still really, really expensive, right? Then you have to paint it and get it fitted and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, conservatively, I've marked my body kit at about $9,000, which you're not going to be able to get it. If you've got a stock body Majesta and you want my body kit on your car fitted, painted, all that kind of stuff, it's going to cost you way more than $9,000. You're probably looking around more like 11, but I'm conservative. Then wheels, I'm sitting on 20s, work 20s, not just like, you know, speedy wheels. I've put as $3,000, right? So, yeah, that's already $3,000, right? So if you're getting one, oh yeah, I got one for $20,000. All right, sick. You go to 100,000 K service, you're now at 22. You're on stock wheels. All right, now you're at 25. You know. Anyway, be aware they're expensive. Wheels are expensive. So if the car you are getting has the wheels that you like, or has wheels that you're like, hell yeah, that's what I want on my car, sick. You could have just saved yourself some money, or you can like splurge that little bit extra in buying cost because you're getting the wheels, right? Then on top of that, you have air controllers. A lot of these cars do come with air controllers. A lot of them don't. They're about $750 and you got to go and install it. Obviously, install's easy. I've shown you guys how to install them. There's literally a video that I put up the other week, how to install them. So if you want one, go buy it, and it literally shows you step by step how to install it. It is plug and play, super easy, but it's $750. So obviously, a little bit more money. Exhausts are expensive. Like, those guys will charge you a lot of money. This has the axle back, which from Blow Designs is absolutely stupid. It's so expensive. And then the mid pipe, the resonator and second cat delete, stupid money. I think they wanted like close to $2,000 before shipping, or $1,500 before shipping for a pipe. Like, it was crazy. Anyway, more money, right? So if you want a bit of an exhaust or whatever it is, make sure that you know what you are buying or not buying, right? What it includes or does not include, because you're gonna have to pay for it later. If in your head, right, and I'm like, yes, this is essentially, like, if you look at it this way, me being like, hey, buy my car. I mean, yeah, I want to sell it, like, duh. But I'm trying to explain why the cheaper ones might not actually be cheaper, right? So I'm asking, like I said, 22 and a half, see you later, right? But for that, I worked it out conservatively. It's about $15,000 worth of mods done to this car, right? The wheel arch is done, the wheels, the air controller, the exhaust, the full body kit, blah, 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 VIP table, but you know, they're a couple $100, whatever. Like, you know, I'm just, whatever. But if you have to pour $15,000 into your car to get it to where this one is, essentially, if you buy one for 20, you're going to be looking at 35,000 before it looks like this. If this is what you want, you might not want this. You might want a stock body. You might want just a lip kit. You might hate big wheels. Whatever it is, fair. You know, you've got your own preferences, and that's awesome. That's sweet. But if you do want some 20s, body kit, blah, 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 the things I just listed, be aware that maybe buying one with that stuff is going to be a lot cheaper, especially with the shipping from Japan. It's so expensive. Like, for example, I'm looking at buying another car to replace this, and there is a certain model that comes with a different front bumper, different back bumper, and different roof spoiler. I really want to buy that, and I might spend an extra $2,000 to make sure I get that model. But if I were to get the model that doesn't have that, it would be, I think, about $5,000 plus paint plus fitting to get that onto the car. So if I spend $2,000 extra to get the model with that, I'm essentially saving $3,000. You know, yeah, boy math, but whatever. It's still money I don't have to spend. And it's also got, like, I found one that actually has wheels as well. It's already on like big wheels, so sick. So it's as much as it sounds like me just being like, hey, come and buy my car. It is and it isn't, I guess. The biggest part of this message to you guys is just be aware what you're buying and what you're not buying. Don't convince yourself. Do not convince yourself, oh, I'll get a set of 20s for $500. Yeah, you might, but they'll suck, and they'll probably be like warped, and they won't look good. They won't be a set of deep dish work wheels. Yeah, okay, well, come buy my car, you know, whatever. You know, I'm just saying, if you just want a stock Majesta, go and buy one of the like 12 to 15 grand ones and save yourself some money. Sick, right? Good. At the same time, make sure if it's around that 100,000K mark, it's done the service. If it hasn't, you're up for the money. But if you are buying one and you're like, I want to build one, I want it to look, how do I want it to look? And you've kind of like, you're looking at body kits and you're looking at wheels and you're looking at this, that, and the other, you could definitely buy, and I'm not saying just mine, JDM HQ specifically, where I bought mine, that's where I got mine. They do have them there. They are a bit more expensive now because he has upped his prices, because obviously they're kind of worth it, to be fair. He's got some in there for 27,000. But they might have less kilometers. So mine's got 150,681 at the moment I'm speaking to you in this video, right? I'm about to do an oil change, but it's up to date with all servicing. It could get a roadworthy super easy. It comes with all stock parts, comes with stock wheels, comes with stock arms, all that kind of stuff, which I think JDM HQ do as well, generally. So they'll give you the stock wheels if it came with them, things like that. Maybe not now, I don't know, but mine did come with it, so obviously the next buyer will get them all. So if your importer is giving you like the stock wheels as well, there's more value, you know, like maybe you don't want those 20s. All right, sell them off, put the stock ones on and go and find like another set. And maybe you will find like a set that you want, like that you like, for that $500 to $1,000 range. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it came on some really rare wheels, OG VSKFs or something. Not crazy rare, but I don't know, came on Blitzo 3s, whatever, you know? I'm just trying to essentially put across the point of be aware what you're buying, be aware what you want to have in the future, because if you can have what you want in the future right now for a couple grand extra instead of 15 grand extra, you're essentially just shooting future you in the foot. Yes, you save some dollars now, but you're gonna have to like get that money later. And if you're like me and you're married and you've got kids and stuff, and you've got to convince the missus of, oh yeah, but that I want to spend 3 grand on wheels, and she's like, nah, fam, we're going to Bali or something like that. You know, you're going to be like, yeah, we are going to Bali because I'm not going to be selfish and I'm not going to just buy a set of wheels for myself. I'll take the family to Bali instead, you know? But if you're like, hey babe, I got to buy this car, and she's on board and you've bought the nice daily, it's comfy, it's a Toyota, so it's reliable, and she's like, oh, that's a really good idea. You could get your fun car and your daily in one. Oh my God, you're such a smart man. Go and get it, babe, right? And then you go, oh babe, look, it was going to be 20, but this one's only 22 and it's got 15 grand's worth of extra stuff. And she's like, oh my God, babe, you're saving like $13,000. And you can be like, yeah, babe, you know, it's like, that's $13,000. You go on a holiday, take the kids away, get you a new bag. And she's like, oh my God, babe, go and get it. Oh my God. Because, you know, you're going to spend that money anyway. And then you can be like, yeah, you know, like, and by that time, maybe the wheels have gone up in price. Maybe the shipping is going to be more expensive. So that 13 grand could be 16 grand, you know, that's another holiday to Bali. Oh, babe, just go and get it right now. Go to the bank, get a loan, go and get it. Oh my God. You know, easier to sell a complete package than, oh, babe, I'm buying a project. And she'd be like, babe, you're buying a project, we have kids. You can't buy that. What are you doing? Like, we need that money for the children, right? What are you going to do? You know, just trying to, food for thought is essentially all I'm saying, right? Food for thought, enough food that I'm eating to give myself a double chin. You know what I mean? Yeah? Okay, cool. But yeah, that's pretty much it, boys and girls. It's literally just know what you're buying, know what you want in the future. Maybe you can get yourself a bit of a better deal than being like, oh, sick, this one's only 19,000 and mods aren't that expensive. Yeah, bro, they are. Yeah, they are. My $2,000 E46 is going to be about $33,000 of money pit by the time it's finished. Yeah, it's going to be better than an M3, but it's still 33 grand. It's ridiculous. I don't have sponsors that just give me free stuff, so I got to pay for it. And I've got the missus been like, babe, that's really expensive. What are you doing? She understands because obviously she knows I'm a car guy. I have been since day one, but it's still really expensive. So might be able to save you some dollars. That's all I'm saying. But thank you for coming along, listening to my educational rant. I hope it's been helpful. I hope it helps some of you. And as the time of this recording, yes, I am selling my Majesta. To those of you that have stuck around, it's not the end of the Majesta life for me. I know some of you will have been sad. I've actually had some DMs from some of you legends being like, don't sell it, don't sell it. I'm selling it, so I've got more of a family car, more of a boring car, essentially kind of, it's a Range Rover, so like an old Range Rover, but it's a boring car. It's not as cool as this, to be honest. But my plan is to actually buy another one of these that maybe doesn't run, maybe it has been smashed or written off or whatever, so that I can actually go in and rip it apart, fully pull it apart. You know the little lights under your wing mirrors? Gonna figure out how to get them out, like all that kind of stuff. I don't know everything about these cars. I do know a lot that I've learned, but all of it I have learned. When I bought this car, I jumped onto the Facebook group and I was like, hey, is there a way that I can translate my head unit into English? Not in this model. And oh my God, did I take a beating for that one. So that's a big reason why I brought it to the channel, right? But it's not the end of the Majesta life. It's just the end of this Majesta life for me. And I am planning on finding a good deal for a crashed one or something like that, that I can give you guys a wealth of knowledge on these, how to pull this apart, how to pull that apart, how to access this, that, and the other. And I'll probably sell the parts as well. So, you know, that can probably help you guys as well. But like I said, at the moment of this video, when it's coming out, yes, my Majesta is for sale. It's in Victoria, in Australia, 22,500. I haven't got a roadworthy for it as yet because literally just no spare time. You guys know the car, you know how clean it is. All you got to do is probably just air up and you'll have to take off the SS kit and put the stock wheels on, and it will pass. All the lights work, the horns work, roadworthy, everything works, everything does what it's meant to do. You know the car, you've been here. But yeah, thank you for coming along. I hope you can get some value out of this. And I hope you've enjoyed. So please like, comment, subscribe. Biggest one is subscribe, and you know the whole like majority of you don't subscribe. You don't have to, but if you want to help your boy out, that'd be great. Apart from that, I will see you guys in the next one, where it's hopefully the first start of the E46. Thanks guys, I'll see you then. For those of you that have hung around right to the end, for those of you that are like, why you bought a Range Rover, Adam? What the? Well, older Range Rovers, they're pretty cheap. You can get them for like 16 grand for the one that I want. I had one back in the day. Well, I actually had one. Brooke had one. Really nice. The L320s, I love them. Now, the reason I'm getting it is because SUV, big, spacious, good for the family. TD V6 or SD V6, 3.5 ton tow capacity, delicious, and also really good on fuel. Like I'm talking like you get like 1,000 k's to a tank. Crazy good on fuel from experience. So that's why I'm going that way. Really nice cars, fairly cheap, really fuel economic, can tow, can take all the kids' stuff, like throw bikes in the back, all that kind of fun stuff. There's a lot of room. That's why I'm leaning that way. And also it is still a nice car as a daily. So if that's what you were thinking of, why is he buying one of those? That's why. I can't go to something super boring like a, I don't know, Land Cruiser or something like that. Also very expensive. They're just a very well priced, nice car. Yeah, so if you've got a 2010 up L320 HSE Autobiography TDV6 that you want to sell or trade me for my Majesta, we can have a deal. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to buy this car, or if you want to trade this car or with a Range Rover.